Welcome back to Honestly KDP. My name is Laura. Today I wanted to go through how to properly use pictures like free pictures or public domain pictures that you find online, if you're going to use it for your books or print on demand or whatever you may be doing now. I just wanted to show you this first because I was actually creating a book about dinosaurs. No, it hasn't sold, so I don't even mind telling you. I had was creating a book about dinosaurs, but I really wanted to use this image because it was the coolest one that I found, and it was actually free on Canva. And so even Canva is not necessarily safe. You really need to check so that you don't get copyright infringement and have your account terminated with KDP. Um, so I found this, and for some reason, it just didn't seem right to me. I mean, it looked too good for free clip art. So I basically did what I do with all of my photos, um, and I'll show you. So the main photo websites that I use are when I do have photos in my books are Unsplash, Pexels, and Pixabay. Of course, if most people know about Pixabay. Um, But then what I did, so I downloaded the JPG of this so that I could check it and do a reverse image search. When I did that, it came up with 361 results on TinEye. Now, this is what I use for my reverse, usually for my reverse picture um, check. And it came up with um, many different things. Now, some of these, Wikia, I'm not sure. I think most of these are fandoms. Like I tried to click on one and it went to this, which is like a fandom site. Um, but that's basically the Tyrannosaurus from Jurassic World. So, does that mean that just because it's fandom that it's okay to use? No, I would not risk my account for that. It's just not worth it. I really liked that picture, but I've been trying to build my business up for the past year and a half, and it's not worth losing it over a book. And I mean, who knows, with a better cover and maybe with that image, it would have sold more copies, but it actually hasn't sold at all. So it doesn't, so really would have not been worth losing my account over. Google image search as well. Um, but let's just show you on here. So if you do download something, let's say you're creating a book about, and then I would usually have all these tabs open at the same time so it make it more streamlined because sometimes it takes a while. So let's say you're creating a book about poodles, So you want a picture of a cute poodle. So you look it up and you find a picture you like. Oh, that's cute with the little dog walking itself. So you find one you like. It doesn't matter for this example. You download. Okay. Then I would immediately take that picture over to TinEye. Just drag it up and it's going to check. Because it's a free download, it is going to be available on other sites. What I usually look for is where it was first available. So the first available instance was here, July 9th, 2019, and that was Pexels. So that picture is fine to use. Sometimes up here there will be like Adobe or Shutterstock or just different like paid sites. So if it was on a paid site first and somebody just downloaded it and uploaded it for free, then you're not able to use that without getting in trouble. So I wouldn't do it unless you actually check. I mean, sometimes if I really like a picture, I'll go do more in-depth checking. And if the artist that the photographer that uploaded it to the paid site is also the one that uploaded it to a free site, because that sometimes happens, then you're able to use it because it's the same photographer. But if not, If it's somebody just taking that work and then uploading it as their own, then no, you cannot use it. Um, if I look in TinEye and sometimes it won't come up with any results for some reason, then I would go into Google and go to images. And then I would just upload that here and it'll search as well. And then once that uploads, it will show you where it's been published before. Down here they're not the same, so I wouldn't worry about it. I would just check these up here, make sure that there's no paid sites or anything like that. Also, if you're not really finding what you're looking for here, you can say find image source and it'll take you here. And usually these are like ads, so I would look down below here. The first one is Pexels as well. So that picture is fine to use. Then, once I know that it's fine to use, I take it into my photo editor to usually, some of these pictures that are free up here have been up here for years. Technology has advanced quite a bit with photography, so you're able to enhance it quite a bit by going here. Now, this is photofilters.com, and it's totally free. Even to use it just for your personal photos, it can help a lot if you have images that are not as bright or sharp as you want them to be. It does have a limit to the size that it can download, so I just usually pick the biggest size that is allowable. And here we go. So here's this picture, and then what I do, there's only two things that I really use. It has a lot of options, a lot of different filters you can use, and a lot of different effects that you can use. So you can really play around with it. Okay, so the two that I mainly use, if you go here, is either autocorrect 1 or autocorrect 2. And I'll usually test them both to see which looks best. Usually, I like autocorrect 2 the best. It just brightens it up more. However, some colors, like certain greens, yellows, and blues, look really odd when and not natural when with autocorrect 2. So in that case, I would use the autocorrect one. Does look a little bit more natural, but it is brightened up a little bit. In this case, I'll probably use the 2 and apply. And then I go to the basic, blur sharpen, and usually go anywhere between 5 and 10, though some don't require as much, and I'll go as low as 2 or 3 if it looks like a more recent photo that's already been enhanced. That looks good. We'll apply and then save. I usually just save it as a JPG. You can save it as a PNG as well. So and then I'll usually have a folder open already in Canva where I can upload them, so I can either alter them some more or place them onto a book cover or whatever I'm using it for. So I just want to show you the difference. I mean, there you can see the difference. This is before and this is after. It just brightens it up and sharpens it up, and it looks better, especially if you're putting it into a book where it's going to be printed. It'll look much better. Um, so that's it for today. That's basically what I wanted to show you, is just how to check your pictures for copyright infringement, and so that you don't get your account terminated or suspended, and then also how to sharpen it up your pictures for your books here. And here you can even do further editing on your pictures within Canva. They have a lot of editing, so if you just want the dog and want to put it on a different background or something, you can do that. You can use different filters, shadows, add a drop shadow on it. Use the duotones. filters, color mix, liquify. I mean, you can just, of course, Canva has a lot of um, other things. Oh, look at, they even have a new one, face retouch. That's great because I have had a lot of, like, especially when you're doing like AI art or even your own photos, maybe you could use that face retouch. That's a great new feature. Um, oh, and auto enhance and auto focus. Yeah, so definitely, use the photo filters and then come over here and see what else you can do to make your pictures look really sharp and professional for your book. Because if you want to make a full time income from KDP or any other business, um, you need to be professional. You need to avoid copyright and you need to have quality image and like interiors and everything. So that's it for today, and I'm going to have another video in a day or two. And thank you for watching, and have a great day.